To kind of start with my parents, so I am mixed, light skin, whatever word you want to use, biracial. My dad is black and my mom is white. So there's definitely been times in life when I felt very connected to my black side of the family and then more disconnected with my white side, and then vice versa. I grew up in a predominantly white church, and so the way that the service would kind of flow is we would show up and sing songs from our book of hymns. Everyone was kind of sitting in their respective areas. There wasn't a whole lot of movement. I actually remember the first time that I ever went to a black church. I'm not gonna lie, I was actually kind of uncomfortable because it just was not something that I was used to. So during worship, people would be singing songs, but there was no book to read from. There was no words up on the screen. It was just kind of, from memory. People were just singing songs from their memory. There would be people kind of standing in their area, just kind of swaying. And there'd be some people, with a little two-step going on with a clap in between. And then there were some people who were like, just all out, hands up in the air, just talking to God during the message, not even singing the words to the song, just kind of, having their own little conversation with God. Just having those two different experiences, seeing two different cultures kind of have added up into this feeling of belonging to both cultures, not just one, but feeling welcomed and like I genuinely belong in both. So something only a black person would know to do or say. The first one that came to mind is kind of hard to explain. Growing up in a big city, people will walk by each other and not really acknowledge each other. They'll just kind of go about their business and not even make eye contact with you. But black people, it's not like that. If you're walking past another black person, they're gonna make sure that they make eye contact with you and like say what's up, or even if it's just a head nod. If black people find something funny, not just funny, but like funny, they're not keeping still. Like, regardless of if they're sitting or standing, if something's funny, more than likely, and they're seated, more than likely they're falling out of their seat in laughter. Or you'll get the occasional person who will, like, it's so funny, they'll just get up and start running. Like, there's just no rhyme or reason to it, but they're just not staying where they're at if something's really funny. So the way that schools are teaching Black history is definitely
today class we'll be learning all about Black
something
history.
That needs to be.
Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Martin Luther King, he had a dream, and moving on to Anne Frank. So it all started in 1939.
During Black History Month, really the only things that I remember growing up was, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, and then we had to fight for our freedom again against Jim Crow laws and this idea that separate but equal was equal when it really wasn't. And then Martin Luther King had a dream, and Rosa Parks said no.
Is that it for Black history, or?
And those are kind of the main things that I remember from school growing up.
That's all we did.
Honestly, it doesn't even just have to be during Black History Month where we learn about Black people throughout history. Like, stuff could easily be incorporated into curriculum just about, other Black people that did things not even related to fighting for freedom. Just kids being able to see people that look like them, that were entrepreneurs or had made inventions, whatever it is.
Yeah, I just told you everything.
For anyone looking to learn how to embrace Black culture or any culture that's different from your own, I would just say go into it with a humble and open mind and ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. My name is Ezekiel Lacey, and what makes me Black is my experiences and upbringing.